Being a first responder it isn't just a job, it's your calling. And making a difference in somebody's life is really why you guys signed up for this. At least that's what the first responders that I do speak with talk about. And the thing is that the job has changed dramatically throughout the years. The call volumes, OT, stressors that you are experiencing, the calls you are going through, admin stressors, politics, what is asked of you on a daily basis has absolutely increased over the years. And the last few years, especially with Black Lives Matters and COVID, the way that it has taken out full services and other services have to pick up for that service needing people. I mean, the way you guys have spread yourselves thin, the overtime that I've been hearing about, working 96 hours straight at busy stations where you are not getting the downtime is just unbelievable. All of this stuff has been adding up. The thing is that for most of you, there's nothing else in this world that you would rather do. But the thing is that your body is sometimes has you wondering if maybe you are going to be able to have the stamina and the ability to last your entire career the way that you have had to keep pushing. So the thing is that the problem isn't you. It is really that the old way of doing things, the way services are run, they haven't adapted or changed to help your body be able to withstand. They haven't given you the tools you need in order to live a 911 life. They're still living like a civilian lives, and your life is not like that. It's to the point where working out and eating healthy that used to help is not enough anymore to really give your body what it needs to be able to sleep on any shift schedule, long hours, OT, so that you can wake up recovered with a charged battery, so that you have energy to last your day, energy for your family. You have that ability to turn on and off the switch of hypervigilance to keep you safe on a call, and turn it off when the call's done or while you're at home relaxing with your family, so that you're not living in a stress state all the time. Services have not adapted to be able to teach you those things. They're staying in the old ways. And burnout is a beast. It is on the rise, not only for first responders, but for civilians. So the way you guys have all the stressors civilians have too, on top of your first responder life. And burnout has taken too many first responders through health issues, absolute exhaustion, and the inability for their bodies to even be able to handle stress. What I've learned through working with first responders is that it can even lead to suicidal thoughts or inactions without having PTSD or traumas. So without having the flashbacks and symptoms of PTSD, burnout itself can move itself even into suicidal ideations. And that is physically your body being burnt out and taxed from being pushed so much. And something has to change. When I started working with first responders, my goal was to prevent at least one suicide from burnout, working on the physical. And after I did that, I started to see this bigger picture. When a first responder has the tools in order to reverse and prevent burnout from happening again, and they are totally dialed into their stress system, when they have these tools to understand what their body requires in order to sleep, adapt to any shift, change shift schedule, OT, their body can heal and repair on any shift schedule, and they are totally 911 shift ready, then they're able to also turn off that hypervigilance that I spoke of, be in control of that switch. So it's not switching on when they are with their kids, or they're able to actually relax and stay calm, or when they're doing their reports, they can relax and stay calm and not be in that hypervigilant anxiety state. And when they understand what to do on their days off, how to really maximize their time so they can recover, but also get that great quality time with their family and start doing the things that they used to love to do again, then they become really good leaders. I have seen so many that develop these tools, gain promotions, and what they do with their team is fascinating because they understand the different signs and symptoms of stress. They know how to adapt it. They know that a lot of it is physical. It's physical stress of physical burnout. And they're able to also see changes that can be happening, how they can be making changes with the shift that they are responsible for, and how to start making changes from above as they start moving up the ranks. It has been so friggin' amazing to watch this change in them and that compound effect. It's exactly why I do what I do. I am only one person, that I can only do so much. And being able to watch these phenomenal leaders promote and really just help their teams and those around them to as well understand what is needed to prevent and reverse their burnout. It's life-changing in services. There's less burnout for first responders. They're happier and calmer. They're enjoying their careers again and enjoying their families again. They're being that parent and spouse that they want to be. And that's my dream with all first responders. Thing is it's not just my dream. Jocko Willink, he speaks internationally about how important it is to not be in burnout, how important it is beyond exercise and nutrition to be strong in your mind and your body, and what it takes to truly be a good leader and make that positive change in your service. Would Jocko Willink have ever been able to have accomplished what he accomplished in the Navy SEALs had he been in burnout? Had he not had those tools to make him the leader that he was, and not stop there, but continue to be adapting those skills and changing to be helping those in service and get the word out so that more and more of you can be compounding that? Would he have been that type of leader had he been in burnout? Burnout prevention training really needs to be provided for every first responder. Jocko does it in the military world. I want to be doing this in services with all first responder services. I mean, my husband's a police officer. I see it with all of you guys. And for the sake of your families, and the lives of so many first responders, it needs to happen. And it doesn't mean burnout training for civilians. We need to train you so that you are gathering the tools for a 911 life, which is different than a military life. What they do on deployment is different than what you do on your shifts and deployment. The schedules, all of those things. There's so many factors. We need to take into account your 911 life. What are your shifts? What's happening on your shifts? What's happening at home? There's so many factors we need to take into consideration. And the thing is that services are falling apart. More and more responders are burning out. And then they're going on leave. And that's creating more and more staffing shortages. They are either getting injured where their body's not healing. They're getting health issues, which is taking them out or taking them off the road for health issues, or they're out altogether, like on leave, even out of the services. And then that's putting more pressure on more and more of you. And then one by one, as more and more of you are taking on more and taking on more, because that's what you guys do. You are in this because this is your calling. But one by one, each of you is burning out, which is increasing the anxiety, the hypervigilance, sleep struggles. Divorce rates are going up. Health issues, disability, stress leave, and even suicide can occur from burnout. It's not just from PTSD. This has to end. And we are losing too many too fast. It is time for you to learn the tools and skills required for you to live modern day 911 life. We need to ditch that old and get into what you need now to handle all of the modern day stressors. We've lost enough, guys. We've lost enough of you. It really does start with one. You can make an impact on your service. I'm calling it out now. In 10 to 15 years, first responder services are going to look completely different than they are today. The changes are already happening, but quite often at the moment, civilians are the ones that are dictating what changes are happening, or those that are really above. And so you have a choice right now. How do you want this to play out? In 10 to 15 years, do you want to be the one that started tackling your burnout, that gathered those tools, that helped you become a better leader, that helped you impact and compound those around you, and started making changes in your service from within that need to happen for modern day stressors? Or do you want others to be dictating how those changes happening? You have the power. You have the control. How do you want it to play out?